Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's me coming back at you again with another vid. Now, the WBC has ordered the rematch between Bermane Stiverne versus Deontay Wilder to take place. Now, both sides have will begin negotiations tomorrow, which is Monday, and if a deal is not reached within 30 days from tomorrow, then the purse bid will be ordered. So, you know. We all know that Stiverne has been inactive for quite a long time, and his last fight was against Derek Rossi back in November 2015. That's been more than a year and a half yet now. So, and Stiverne was scheduled to fight Alexander Povetkin for the original Eliminator to determine who's the mandatory challenger and become the interim champion until Wilder to recover. Of course, that fight fell through due to the fact that Povetkin had failed a second drug test going up to the fight. Well, obviously not the second drug test into the Stiverne fight, but another drug test prior when he was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder. Now, Stiverne, on the other hand, did fail a drug test leading up to the Povetkin fight, but the severity of that was not extreme due to the fact that the supplement that he did get popped for was an over-the-counter supplement, which contained an ingredient that's very harmful to the body, human body, in so many ways. But needless to say, though, it wasn't classified as a PED. But the WBC has sanctioned them and say, you know what, you're not supposed to have it in your body anyway. So since you have passed other tests prior, we're gonna go ahead and fine you $75,000. You have to do community service and do community services, whatnot. So he was sanctioned in that area. So those out there who claiming that Stiverne got away with it, now you gotta understand he got sanctioned just the way Povetkin got sanctioned with a slap in the wrist when he failed the Mendonian test. So let's not get it twisted there, okay? But the one thing I will have to say is though I did vouch for Stiverne, I got no problem with him. But I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100 here. He doesn't deserve a rematch against Deontay Wilder, and the reason why I say that is because he hasn't fought in an interim fight or an elimination bout to eliminator bout to even get to this point. Number one, okay. Number two, and I think the reason why the WBC granted this is because of the fact that Stiverne refused to even he rejected the notion of fighting an eliminator against Luis Ortiz when I think the WBC announced that that's what they were planning to do. They ordered it. And Stiverne shot that down because he felt that he doesn't have to fight an eliminator because he felt that why do I have to fight an eliminator where actually I was scheduled to fight the original eliminator? I should be automatically be installed as a mandatory challenger. So this is not from verbatim. This is only paraphrasing what he was saying when he learned the news that the WBC initially ordered him to fight Luis Ortiz. But this criticism goes more towards the WBC, not Wilder, because I know a lot of people are going to attack Wilder for this because this has nothing to do with him or whatnot. It's more so the WBC. Then again, you could say, well, Stiverne's statements a couple months ago kind of influenced their decision to go ahead and order the rematch instead of an eliminator. Okay? So, nonetheless, though, based off the reports, Wilder and his team are, according to this report by Boxing Scene, Wilder and his team are more likely going to delay the mandatory defense. They're going to delay this fight and go ahead and go for a unification bout against Joseph Parker. That's the talk is right now. Now, to me, I prefer that than fighting Stiverne. Now, again, I just don't understand why would the WBC go back on their initial ruling and decide to give Stiverne what he wants, okay? I just think this is not right. I feel this is outrageous in my opinion, and I just, I just think it's a slap in the face to guys like not only Luis Ortiz, you have the Carlos Takams, you have the Colbert Pullets, and you have the Dillian Whites. I mean, they deserve a shot. Why don't Stiverne fight one of those guys to get a mandatory get the mandatory shot? But again, this is all on the WBC. The ball was in their court. They made the decision. They slapped the ruling on it. So it is what it is. But then again, that doesn't mean that I have to agree with it, nor should you. Okay? So, again, I'm very disappointed in this ruling by the WBC. Of course, Wilder and his team saying they're going to forego the mandatory shot for now so they can get a unification bout with either Joseph Parker or Anthony Joshua if Joshua wins his fight against Vladimir Klitschko, or Joseph Parker gets past Huey Fury, because we know that fight scheduled for the WBO title coming up in New Zealand. Can't wait for that. But yeah, very disappointing news. Uh, I don't know why the WBC decided to grant Stiverne the mandatory status and order this fight. And I honestly believe the fight would have a lot more muster if Stiverne had fought in the eliminator and he had won it, and then the rematch would take place. That would make more sense. Because right now it would be a tough sell for Wilder or his team to take the Stiverne fight right now. Let's be honest. It'd be a very tough sell because nobody wants to see it right at this point. They want to see, because Wilder already beat the guy. Okay, and ever since Wilder beat Stiverne for the title, he's had one fight back in 2015, which I initially stated. Yes, he was supposed to fight in the eliminator against Alexander Povetkin. Of course, that fight fell through. But then again, here's Stiverne saying that, well, I shouldn't be fighting an eliminator against Luis Ortiz because of what happened with the Povetkin situation. I should be automatically installed as a mandatory challenger. Well, he's gotten it. So yeah, there's no more there's no more need for me to say anything else about this. Just let me know what your thoughts are. I'm gonna leave a link to the article in the description box below. Care to comment, share, subscribe. Signing off. Peace.